Hello, yogis. It's Sheila. I'm so excited because some of you are new to my audio yoga, and so welcome. Today, I'm just going to do a short practice. I'm trying to do a combination of things, longer practice and shorter practice, because not everyone has time for a full 50 minutes or an hour. And so we're just going to come together today and do a short little 20-minute practice or so. And it's mostly just to get your whole body moving and loosened up a little bit so that you feel like you can move through your day a little easier. So let's start out seated. And once you get seated, close your eyes. And smile. We can choose to smile in this moment, regardless of anything happening in our lives. We call this smile asana in the yoga world. And know that when you smile, the people who know you and love you feel you smiling. They feel your love and your joy. And never ever denying those things that are hard for us, the things that bring us pain or sadness. We aren't denying that those are there. We are simply choosing in this moment softness and stillness and love. And now bring your hands together at heart center in Anjali Mudra, letting your thumbs touch your breastbone. Open your eyes, drop your head, see yourself, your beautiful being in this space here with us today. And just letting these next 20 minutes or so be a time of being in your body, regardless of what's happening around you. And now, let's sweep feet to one side and come to tabletop. Once you get to tabletop, start to move through cat-cow. Really paying attention to inhaling as you come into cow and exhaling as you round your back to cat. Just noticing how this feels in your body. And then bringing your big toes together, letting the knees open wide, sink back to child's pose, and just let your belly be really soft here, arms extended but relaxed. Let's take 3 breaths in through the nose with exhales through the mouth. Big breath in through the nose, exhale through your mouth. And then come right back up to tabletop, and let's wag our tails side to side, to the right and to the left. Try to isolate that movement so you're not really moving anything except the hips, and then the legs come with. So just side to side, make it as big of a movement as you can. And now walk the knees back so you're in a knees down plank. And let's sway the hips to the right. Sink the hips back to your heels. Sway to the left. Come back forward to your knees down plank. Flip the toes, lift the knees, sink back in the heels for full plank as you inhale. And then on the exhale, sink the hips back, sink the heels back, and come into downward facing dog. Inhale, walk your feet all the way up to the top of your mat. Come into forward fold at the top of the mat. And you can have knees bent, arms heavy, or holding opposite elbows. Inhale, slide the hands up to your shins for a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Plant the hands, step the feet back, come right back into your downward facing dog. Take that right leg all the way up to the sky. Bend that knee, let the foot get floppy by your tailbone so you feel the stretch on the right quad. Inhale, float that leg back down. Bring it forward so it's right under the hip. So you're dropping that right knee down. And now with that left foot still extended behind you, press back in that left ball of the foot for a stretch on the left calf. Inhale, lift that left leg. Bend that knee. And now hip circles with that left leg. One direction. And then the other. Good. Bring that knee down, flip the toes, lift the knees, exhale back to your downward facing dog, taking the left leg up to the sky as high as you can. Bend that knee, the foot is floppy. You should feel a nice stretch on the left quad as you do that. Inhale, straighten that leg and slowly lower it back down, but bring that knee up right under the hip right away. It's just like a tabletop, only your right leg is still extended behind you. And now press back in that right ball of the foot. Or press down on the right ball of the foot and press back in that heel. Inhale, lift that right leg actively. Bend the knee, hip circles on that right side. Both directions a few times. And bringing that knee down to the mat. Make sure your knees are right under your hips and tops of the feet are down. Let's bring hands in front of our heart center. Interlace the fingers and start to rub the wrists together as quickly as you can. So palms and wrists, palms and wrists. Now unclasp and then interlace opposite of what you just had. Bring the forearms together in front of heart center so that they're touching. So now you have your elbows in front of your chest, forearms together, clasped hands more in front of your face. And now you're just going to make movement in the wrist for figure 8. It's a figure 8 movement, but keep pressing the forearms together, wrists together. Stop and then do your figure 8 the opposite way. Big breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Release and then shake the wrists out a little bit. Bring the arms out to the sides with the palms facing up. Reach the hands in to hold the shoulders and then make circles with the elbows as big as you can forward. And then back. Okay, left arm down by your side. Right arm is going to reach up and over to the left. Really reach with those fingers. Keep a nice strong belly. Inhale through center, right arm down, left arm up and over. And now you're just bringing yourself back and forth. To the left and then to the right. Let's do one more round, but keep that exhale as long as you can now as you reach to the left. Let every last bit of breath out, and then full inhale as you come through center. And now as you lean to the right, it's a full, complete exhale, all the breath out. Inhale, come back to neutral. Flip the toes, sink the hips to the heels, bring fingertips down by your knees so you can lift the knees, and now you're just balanced on the fingertips of your hands and the ball of your feet. And if you lean back a little bit without dropping the heels down, you'll get a stretch on the calf muscles. Shift the weight to the fingertips so you can lift the hips and come into forward fold. Turn to the right side of your mat and then widen the feet as wide as the mat. And now walk your hands to the right, sink down in that right knee and lift the opposite toes. So you're sinking down into the right side, getting a nice stretch on the left inner thigh. Inhale, walk through center, same thing, opposite side. You're lifting up the ball of the other foot. Inhale, center, exhale to the right. One more to the left. And then come to center again. Let's heel toe the feet together a little bit, but then turn the heels in and the toes out. Bend your knees, walk your hands to your thighs, come into a sumo squat. So here, it's not a full squat at all. You're mostly upright, but the arms are straight, elbows are locked, and you're pressing down into the thighs so that you can shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Sinking straight down with the tailbone. Inhale, lift up, and now dip that right shoulder down in front of you. Inhale up, exhale, dip the left shoulder down. One more time each side. Keep that breath nice and big. Inhale and lift all the way up, straighten the legs, heel toe just a tiny bit. You still want wider than hip distance. And now bring the hands behind you to interlace the fingers. If it's not possible to interlace the fingers, then grab a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can just use a bath hand towel. Okay, so we're coming into a shoulder stretch here, and I want everyone to be able to do that. So clasping, if clasping's not comfortable, holding a strap with the palms facing away, or holding a kitchen towel with the palms facing away. And now activate the arms so that the elbows are locked, the hands are lifting, and you're drawing your shoulder blades together as much as you can. Look down at your toes. They should be lined up left to right, nice, about a half of a leg's distance stance. And now bend the knees and let the arms come up overhead as you come into a fold, and the arms come with you. And you're just coming into that full fold, arms float up overhead. If you're doing okay here, stay for a bit. If you're done, just lower the arms to the hips and come back up to stand. If you feel good here, wiggle your jaw. A few more breaths. And then on your next exhale, just letting the hands float down to the hips. Bring your hands to your thighs, bend the knees a little bit, engage your belly, and then press your way back up to stand. All the way up. Keep the legs in the stance that they are. Left arm down and the right arm up and over. Inhale, windmill the arms, right arm down, left arm up and over. This time as you reach with the right arm up and over, see how far you can reach with those fingers. Get as long in your right side as you can. Inhale, windmill, right arm down, left arm, reach as far as you can. Really big breath into your chest and your ribs. Exhale, come back to neutral. Stay right where you are, feet right where they are. Just inhale the arms to the sky, fingers touch overhead. Exhale, arms float down. Inhale, arms float up to the sky. Exhale, arms float down. Widen your stance. So heel toe as wide as one full leg's distance. Turn your left toes to the top of the mat. Right toes turn in. Bend the left knee. Make sure it's not past the ankle. And now take that right hand and bring it to rest, palm facing out on your lower back. Tuck the tailbone under, draw the belly button in. Left hand is just resting right now on the left thigh. See if you can widen your stance a little bit more, sink down in the hips a little bit more. Keep your chin slightly tucked in and you're reaching towards the sky with the top of your head. And now relax your arms, relax everything waist up as much as you can. Imagine lightness, waist up, soft breath, soft face. And now feel that stability and strength of the legs working hard to hold you here. Notice where the soles of the feet touch the mat, rooting you to the earth. Looking for that balance between effort and ease. Still here, breathing. And now gently unwind that right arm and just bring it to the back leg. Straighten the left leg, turn the toes to the right side of the mat, heel toe together until the feet are hip distance apart. And then pause. Close your eyes. Let the thighs and the kneecaps relax. Notice the sensation in the legs as they rest here. Front of the legs, back of the legs, ankles, feet. Big breath in through your nose, exhale through your mouth, widen your stance again. One full leg's distance, and now the right toes turn to the back of the mat, left toes turn in, bending the right knee for warrior two stance on this side. The right hand is just resting on that right thigh. If your stance isn't wide enough, it will be impossible to keep your torso stacked evenly between both legs. As you bend the right knee, the tailbone sinks straight down instead of the body leaning forward towards the right leg. If you need to, widen the stance more. Left hand resting palm facing out on your lower back. There's a little bit of a gentle pressing of that hand into the lower back to release through that arm and left shoulder. Tucking the tailbone under, drawing the belly button in. Tuck the chin in slightly, reach towards the sky with the top of your head, and now relax. So feel softness in the arms, chest, shoulders, face, spacious in the top of your head. It's just an imagining. But notice what's happening now, waist down. Strong, stable base, holding you here in this space. Smile. Left arm down, just bring it softly to the back leg, straightening that right leg, turn the toes to the side of the mat very gently, heel toe, the feet together again, hip distance apart beneath you, and then rest. Soften everything. And now shift the weight to the left leg so you can come on the tippy toes of the right foot. Take both arms to the sky. On your exhale, start to twist your torso open to the right. Gaze comes with. Take the right arm behind you. You're just floating it down to shoulder height with the palm facing up. The left arm is going to come to the outer right leg or hip to help give you some leverage to open in the twist a little bit more. Shift your gaze behind you, but keep your chin tucked in. Keep reaching towards the sky with the top of your head. Breath deep in your belly here. If you feel a little wobbly, be careful now. Just bring the gaze back to in front of you and find a point to focus on as you unwind the arms, bring them back up to the sky, and then gently lower the arms by your sides. Drop that right foot down. We'll do the same thing on the left. Weight in the right leg nice and straight. Tippy toes of the left foot. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, start to twist your torso to the left. Gazes to the left. Left arm floats down to shoulder height, palm facing up. Right arm, straight and strong, comes across the body to find some leverage with the hand or with the wrist or the arm to help deepen your twist, keeping your chin slightly tucked in, shifting the gaze off to the left as far as is comfortable, and then big breath. Focus on one point. Shift the gaze back in front of you first. Find one point to look at. Gently unwind the arms to the sky. Face forward again, arms down by your sides, dropping that left foot down. Bring your left hand to heart center, stack your right hand on top and close your eyes. Notice the breath at your nostrils. Notice the beating of your heart. As you inhale, silently repeat, all is well. And as you exhale, all is well. Inhale, all is well. Exhale, all is well. And now very gently make your way to seated on your mat. And then from seated, lower down onto your back. And let's draw knees to chest. And gently rocking on your lower back, side to side. And then coming into figure 4 or supine pigeon, let's cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And then flexing both feet, keeping the left knee bent, clasping hands behind that left thigh, and then drawing that leg in as maybe you gently press away the right inner thigh. Rocking side to side. Release, uncross, same thing on the other side. Release, uncross, and then extending the legs up to the sky, using hands to support behind your thighs. Flex and point your toes. Rotate through the ankles one direction. And then the other. Bending the knees, extending your legs straight out on the mat, arms overhead to rest on the floor above you, coming into a really easy, soft, full body stretch. Just imagining that you are creating symmetry and balance in your whole body here as you prepare for Shavasana. One more big breath in the full body stretch, and then on that exhale through your mouth, let your arms float down by your sides, making your way into Shavasana. Start to deepen your inhales. Gently move fingers and toes. And drawing your knees into your chest. Slowly rocking side to side on your lower back, and then making your way to your right side. Slowly coming up to seated. And then once in seated, bringing your palms or hands to your knees, palms up, and eyes open or closed. And we'll close today with one of my very favorite blessings, which many of us know, and palms up to receive this truth into your being. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of His hand. And now hands together at heart center in Anjali Mudra, thumbs touching your breastbone, your connecting point to your heart center. Eyes closed, bowing to you, your being, your light within, where all the treasures lie, where all the wisdom that you could ever want resides. The light in me honors the light in each one of you. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Have a beautiful day or evening, depending on when you're doing this. And just remember to keep giving yourselves love and forgiveness for every little thing. I love you all. Kisses and hugs. Bye-bye.